Hello viewers, on today's episode I want us to talk about the new visa rule by the US government and reciprocal visa. It is no longer news that the United States of America has a new visa rule for non-immigrant visa categories. For instance, F1, F2, J1, J2, B1, B2, H1B, among other categories of the non-immigrant visa. Now, it has been reduced from the usual 5 years to now 3 months, which means that once you are being approved at the US Embassy, you only have 3 months to spend in the United States. And after the 3 months have expired, you are expected to return to your country. And if you may wish to reapply, you have to go back to the embassy. I mean, if you may wish to go back to the United States, you have to go back to the embassy and reapply. No longer as usual when you had 5 years multiple entries to the United States. Now it has been reduced to 3 months, 1 entry, 3 months, single entry. When you go to the US and you spend 3 months, you come back to Nigeria, you come back to Ghana, you come back to Zimbabwe, you come back to Kenya, you come back to Rwanda, you come back to any country that you reside in, you would have to reapply before you go back to the United States. You have to reapply for a visa, then go to appear at the embassy for your interview, and once you are approved, you can be eligible to travel to the United States. It is no longer as it used to be, whereby you had 5 years visa with multiple entries. Now, let's paint a scenario this way. Supposing you have the 3 months visa and then you travel to the United States and then you spend, let's say 1 week out of the 3 weeks for a business trip. Some would ask, does it mean that even without spending the whole 3 weeks in the United States, that you cannot still use that visa if you want to travel back to the United States before the expiration of the 3 weeks? The issue is this: you will have to reapply even if you did not spend up to 3 weeks in the United States. If you spent 1 week, if you spent 3 days and you came back to Nigeria, came back to your country, whenever you want to travel within that space of 3 weeks again, you will have to reapply. You have to reapply. It is no longer as it used to be. Even if you did not spend up to 3 weeks and you came back and you wish to go back again, you have to reapply. And on the other hand, it is noteworthy that dates have now become very difficult to secure. Appointment dates are now very difficult to secure at the embassies. So getting a date could also contribute to you not being able to travel to the US within the 3 months. Okay.